Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today we also want to talk about the most important thing on about witch doctors, or some they call them mediums. If you have visited them or whether you haven't visited them, but we want to look at some of the tools that are used by witch doctors to cast demons. If you have an experience and you didn't understand what was really going on with there, here is where you are going to know the truth, know the reality based on reason and logic, and understand the experience you went through. And I'm going to read an article you will always know as where it has been. You see, and the title is uh, the title is "What Do Witch Doctors Actually Do?" And this is from Blogs LSE dot blogs.lse.sec.uk. That's where this is coming from. So it's about what do witch doctors do. So if you want to read the whole article, if you want to know more about this article, just Google what do witch doctors actually do at blogs.lse.su.uk. Then the article is going to pop out for you. Then you're going to read in details every aspect, every word by word, and understand it and examine it. The knowledge I'm going to give you, then you are going to help you examine what you have, what you'll be reading on this article. Because first, before I bring it here, I do some kind of scanning, that is, look at the overview of what the information is. Then it's when I choose to say, this is best for my people, for us to help each other understand the reality based on the reason and the logic. Yeah, that is that. So it says one thing every alcoholic person wants to avoid is being associated with a witch doctor. You see, alcohol is like someone who have been possessed by the evil spirits. So the most thing that he choose to avoid is to associate with the witch doctor. They are the ones who are afraid. Once someone has been possessed by the evil spirit, and someone tells him, go to uh, a witch doctor, he might cast out those evil spirits inside you. If the person is, he might be screaming, or he's having that visualization inside him about the evil, or he's believing in something that is evil. He end up being afraid of consulting a witch doctor. So it says, it continues to say, person wants to avoid is being associated with a witch doctor. But I took courage and informed the Bodak, that the motor taxi. Now, this they took a motor taxi. That is the person who went to a witch doctor to visit the man. So, man, that was heading to the witch doctor place. People associate witch doctors with the bad habits. That is what I have said. The majority associate witch doctors with bad habits. That's why majority, once they are possessed with by evil spirits, if some possessed, they are afraid of witch doctors, because witch doctor are the ones they are viewed in the society. They are viewed be the one who have the major evil uh, than everyone's uh, evil spirit that it might be associated with. So that's why majority they end up being updated, which is not be the case. Some witch doctors they provide necessary information. That's not of that necessary. They but help you emotionally, and they can help you emotionally and feeling well, but they can't help you psychologically, because once it's in your psychology, majority of possession of by evil spirits is the projection of their shadow. Remember that some of the projection, the evil spirits projection are projection of their loved ones. Like in the past, they once they if they didn't make unconscious conscious, if they don't know their shadow and they were involved in shadow repression, in the end they have shadow projection, and the projection now is what is viewed as something spirits, like evil spirits are going out. So you go to a witch doctor, he helps you on how to handle those uh, projections. So the best way to handle those projections is you to look within, make unconscious and realize your shadow. Once you realize your shadow, then you can no longer deny your shadow, because all this is, it comes out because people choose to deny their shadow. So if you are deny your shadow, it means you can't uh, have inner star. Actually, you can't realize your true self. You can't realize the light, you that you are the light. It's going to be the dark ruling you. Remember, we are all about good and evil, dark and light. So if you that haven't made an cautious, you have done the inner star actualization to help the dark, the shadow, and light to work together in the perfect harmony. Then you end up having projection. It's like now the shadow is learning in you, so the projection come out with negative consequences. But if you go to a witch doctor, he might help you emotionally and psychologically, and maybe ask you some questions, and even just the praises for the witch that and believes that you are going to be helped, then it might helps you to eradicate shadow project, because it's the only the praises makes you forget the shadow, makes you forget where the projection shadow projection is coming from. So once you are forgetting where the shadow projection is coming from, it means emotionally and uh, feeling that you have been helped, but psychologically it's still there because you haven't done the shadowing. So it said, uh, she La Lohibi, that is a name. She was trying to show me what she uses in her daily work. Each one of those things has got different roles to play. They they represented a god like a Jogo Kalawinga, that is a name of someone who have been possessed with evil spirits. If you can search the name meaning of Jogo. Or Kalawinga is possessed by evil spirits. So I have said the evil spirit is mostly majority, if you are superstitious, they are projection of the loved one. Right now, we are living in a scientific world. If you had the scientific material of cars, the beautiful things that you have then, and you are having a shadow projection, it means it's that those things you have replaced, now they are projecting. All you have to do is realizing that this is your shadow. You have to embrace it and make it to work in a perfect harmony. Another way that people they might think that they have been possessed by evil spirits is through dreams. So once they are dreaming, it means Once you are dreaming, remember it's light. And when you are in a dream, light that is from the source, from intuition, remember it's connection to the source. It projects to your unconscious mind. And your unconscious mind, remember, is the biggest in your brain. And those unconscious thoughts, now they are projecting very cautiously. So once they're in very cautious, so then they project out in your cautiously. So once they are projecting your cautious, so when you are dreaming, you might see them vividly in a dream. See, like you might see them via dreams. So those majority they don't know what dreams are, but here we have explained in the previous streams about what dreams are and how to know that to help yourself with through dream. We talked about the dream analysis, dream journals for you to become lucid. So if you go to a witch doctor, he might know you are going to explain to you can explain that dream you have. It might be a nightmare, it might be what, but all you need to do is to become lucid in your dreams. Once you become lucid in your dream, then you in the dream analysis, you realize that you are dreaming and you become the active player in your own dreams. So once you are lucid and you are an active player in that dream, then you start shaping that dream according to your wish, the way you want it to be. It's not the evil spirit, it's you, it's part of you. You remember we are both the avatar that possess the body and the spirit. So the spirit connects, the soul connects to this body via intuition, and our brain acts as a filter to those to those uh, projection from the shadow. So, what if you have an experience? What were you possessing? What was that was what things that were projecting in your shadow? Put you can ask. Once you ask, then we are going to help you. What was it? How it happened? You or because here I'm just giving you this information, but I don't actually know what experience some people have had. I just heard one person a long time ago who was explaining about what really happened. Some they even scream if they are possessed. They said it, some they were screaming, but while he saw that while asleep, it's like he was hearing like something was speaking to him, telling him about the his loved ones, what happened. So I explained to that friend of mine. By then I didn't know. I just said, hey, it happened. But all in my head, I was having time to look, to search what really happened to that because I didn't have answers by then. It was a long time ago. I think it's 20, it might be 2014. Yeah, when I was in secondary school by then. So a joke is a class of spirits within the traditional occult belief system that is viewed as the cause of illness. So the possession of the evil spirits is viewed as a cause of illness. So traditional healers first identify the joke. It's like when you have went uh, to a medium, to a witch doctor, you first hear from what you say. If the one possessed is speaking, then they first identify what have possessed the person. So tradition here first identify the joke in a question in questions and then make an appropriate sacrifice and the ceremony to counter them. You see, it's like the one who have been possessed, then the medium ask that person, so that he should explain what have possessed him. So once he has been possessed, they know what has possessed him. Then the witch doctor do rituals and ceremonies to remove the possession. So as I have said, it's just a shadow projection. The best is for yourself to look in your shadow. All the sermon, all the rituals are what helps, are the thing now that help you emotionally and your feelings. But psychologically, you are still possessed. After some time, the projection is going to happen again. So for you to no longer have a projection, you need to look within, make an conscious question, and realize your true self. That is the best way. And alternatively, if such approach is unsuccessful, the person possessed by the joke can go through a sacrifice of rituals to gain some level of control over the joke and make themselves become a crown. So you see, it's like now, if the possession is much bigger than the person who has been possessed, he just turn and himself to become a witch doctor. That is now accepting, full completion of accepting the shadow without examining it via reason and logic. And in so doing, then it can lead to maybe complete psychosis. It can lead to long-term mental illnesses, mental disorders. But if you look within, make an conscious, then you're going to help yourself. Yeah, that is that. Bye for today. See you in another stream.